Welcome back to What's Going Down TV. My guest this week is Mark Scholz, trumpet player. Mark is just finishing his bachelor's degree at University of Calgary, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So welcome, Mark. How's the end of your degree going here amidst pandemic?
Well, it's interesting, that's for sure. I know I've got a lot better than a lot of the world out there, right? I at least get to just kind of chillax and take this time to practice lots, use what I've learned throughout my degree. So it's a little strange. It doesn't feel finished. Like I feel like it would be a lot more of an ending, traditional ending if we had the ceremonies and stuff like that. But you know, I can't complain because there's so much else out there that's a lot worse than I'm doing right now, if that makes sense.
Let's actually get a beer going here. So what are you drinking today?
Well, I have my just recently homebrewed. I had to actually take it out of the my fermenter here, and I put it in the soda stream to give it a quick little burst of carbonation. Kind of sketchy, I'm going to be honest, but this is an Imperial Stout, and I haven't even had time to look up the percentage on it, but it's around 9 or 10.
Ooh.
So here's that. How about you? What are you drinking?
I'm pretty sure I've had this one before, but I'm having Common Crown Journeyman IPA.
Oh yeah, what a classic.
Yeah, no, it's a solid. From what I remember, it's a solid beer. Well, oh, can't see it. Look at that.
Cheers.
That's nice. Nice and piney.
Nice. Ah, that's not half bad.
Turned out all right?
It's pretty good. It's a little bit more hoppy than I was expecting it to turn out, but I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, you know where it came from. So Toolshed, you know, you were working up there. I'm assuming you're probably not there right now.
Yeah.
Did you get started with them?
When did I get started?
How and when?
Or how? Okay, this is a great story, actually. So my dad actually taught one of the founders of Toolshed way back when in Allegiance Elite Drum Corps, Calgary's old drum corps. And so my dad kept in contact with Jeffrey Orr over the years, and he caught wind of Jeff starting a brewery. And so Toolshed just became one of those places that I went. It was because of that kind of family connection. Anyway, at the end of my first year of university, I was kind of on the job market. I wanted a summer job or something that I could keep part-time up through the year. And I went to Toolshed to have a celebratory end of my first year pint. And so I sat down, and Danielle, my old manager at Toolshed, she was at the bar at the time, and she said, "Hey, you're looking for work. I know you like beer way too much. Why don't you consider handing in your resume?" So I did that the next day, and a couple weeks later, I got the phone call, got an interview. I have to say it was one of the best interviews ever, because it was just question after question about beer and about kind of my personality. And yeah, it was a really, really good experience. I'm really glad I got the job. That was in 2017, I believe.
All right.
Fair enough.
So let's talk homebrewing. Now, I'm assuming you got into homebrewing because you liked beer, but what made you want to start making your own?
Well, first of all, I started off liking beer as a university student. And as a university student, I don't have a ton of money to go out and spend on buying beer. So I was thinking, like, the gears were turning in my head, and I was like, how can I produce a good beer, or how can I just get my hands on a good beer as cheaply as possible? And I wasn't about to go out and buy Bud and Coors and stuff, because that stuff gets old fast. got
Heard
old
about that?
before I was 18. So, so I looked into homebrewing. That and actually my university professor, my trumpet teacher, all throughout university, Gareth Jones, is a very, very good homebrewer. He's won awards in the past, and so I would have supper at his place a couple times a year and go over there and see all of his homebrew equipment and give me a little taste of his homebrew. And it really opened my eyes to see how good you could make beer in your basement. And it's a cool concept. So I wanted to try it. There's so much creativity involved. And
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Mark. I really appreciate it. Love getting to know you, and thank you so much for playing with the Little Brown Jug from time to time. And I think we'll, if you'll allow it, we'll have you back at some point here. We might even start actually doing mash-ins, mash-in videos once we can actually get
awesome.
together. But yeah, actually start once we get used to the Brewzilla there, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, I look forward to building some bizarre brews with you.
Sweet. Well, thank you. It was my pleasure. Thanks for inviting me on today. It's been fun. It gives me something to do. So
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Have a good day.
you too.